A lot of people in Florida form LLCs, and they wonder, do you actually need an operating agreement for the LLC? Hi, my name is Gideon Albert, and I want to share with you this useful information about what the purpose is of an LLC operating agreement. The truth is, an operating agreement can be very useful for a business owner in the state of Florida. There's two main reasons. First, an LLC operating agreement proves ownership of the company. It's a common misconception that going online to Florida Sunbiz will show all of the owners of the company. Not true. The primary purpose of the LLC listing on Sunbiz is to show who is authorized to sign for the company, or in other words, who is the manager of the LLC. But not all of the owners are necessarily listed at all on the Florida Sunbiz directory. Instead, the LLC operating agreement can affirmatively list all of the owners and the membership percentages. You may find this useful when applying for financial accounts for the LLC or trying to get a loan for the LLC to list out who are the actual owners of the company. Secondly, an LLC operating agreement can provide substantial protection to your ownership interest of the business itself. If you as a business owner are facing potential liability or indeed actually have a judgment already entered against you, a customized operating agreement can provide protection of your LLC interests from the judgment creditor. There are various ways to customize an operating agreement to provide this protection. One of the most common and effective ways to provide this protection for a married couple is to ensure that your ownership interest is owned as tenants by the entireties. Owning an LLC interest as tenants by the entireties is not as simple as merely forming a joint LLC. The operating agreement has to spell out how the interest is owned, spell out that it's owned by the entireties, and finally spell out that the interest actually works as an entirety's interest works, that the interest transfers upon death to the other spouse. A second way that an LLC operating agreement can provide protection from creditors is by giving the manager of the LLC discretion on the timing and amount of the distributions. If you have questions about an LLC operating agreement for your company or are interested in getting one with asset protection provisions, I'd like you to schedule an appointment with us so that we can learn about your company and draft your operating agreement. And thanks for watching.